My name is Tom Burns. I'm from Halifax, and I was first chairperson of the Gay Alliance for Equality. It started off with people coming from Toronto, coming down to Dalhousie. They spoke at Dalhousie, and from there, some of the Dalhousie students went away and decided to form an organization. It had some help with some, we can help people and do that, so that's what we did. Help them come out, help them realize they're not alone, help them realize that not everybody hates them, and this type of thing, so that's what we did. There was a lot of gay bashing, what they call gay bashing in those days. And you had people who could be fired from their jobs, but I knew people who were part of the armed services. They had their phones tapped, their mail opened, even had people sit across the street waiting to see who was going in and out of the house. That's really, really made me mad. The anger at non-gay society, the idea that, they chose to be gay. Back in the 60s and 70s, basically in Halifax we were invisible. Gay people existed in Montreal and Toronto, but they didn't exist here in Halifax. I came with my best friend, I was 25, I think. I came 24, 25, I came with my best friend. And you lie to yourself for years. Oh, I'm not really gay, or it's a phase. I'll get over it. Until you finally say no. Enough's enough. You are what you are. What we did in those days was speak in public to Dalhousie, St. Mary's. We got together, we did a presentation to the Human Rights Commission, including sexual orientation in the Human Rights Code. They were saying, oh, we can't help it right now. We haven't got the resources. You have to be discriminated against anyway. That type of thing. So we fought that for a long time. We know we needed a helpline. We knew there were gay people calling in to the general helpline. We thought we wanted to have a gay line where gay people can call and talk to other gay people. So we had a room in the Green Lantern building again, small little room, small little office, set up for a helpline. Calls of, well, where can I go as a gay person? Who do I talk to as a gay person? Or if I want to commit suicide. I don't know, I don't want to live. A lot of things like that.
And what would you tell them?
Oh, you're not alone. There's people here that love you. People here that want to see you live. The Alternate Bookshop was the name of the bookstore. I ran it in the Green Napkin building. And then when the turret moved across the street, and they started the gay club across the street, they found a small room for me, and he said, you want to bring your bookstore over here? So I said, sure, I will. And I started because I wanted to educate people. I got my education from books. Game Mystique. Because books were important, I thought. They helped me come out, and I figured they were going to help a lot of people come out. So that's why we started the bookstore. In those days, people would go to one gay magazines or something, where they were hidden under the counter or all this nonsense, where they paid twice as much for the magazine as anybody else could pay. And so, why not have a bookstore where they could sell magazines and newspapers and what have you. I'd like to be remembered as somebody who helped the Pride movement start in Halifax, but I don't imagine that'll last too long.
Now 40 years later, as we're in Pride Week and another Pride Parade, you're smiling at it.
Yeah.
How significant is it that so much change has happened in 4 decades?
Well, I'm glad it did. It's one of the star attractions in Halifax for the summer. It's a good feeling.